Father, the sleeper has awakened!
You will be silent!
And now for something completely different.
Hello! Hello there! It's a Festivus miracle!
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to
Watch out for the medallion. My diamonds are reckless. It feels like a midget is hanging from my necklace.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah, that works.
All right, moving on.
Hey, what about Tula?
Good morning. It is because my garbage earbuds freeze my screen, and I had to switch over in the middle of my intro to my headphones, which I don't know if you weren't here yesterday. Let me acknowledge the chat. Tina Bojan. Good morning, Tina. LDG of Geeks and Joy. Welcome, one and all. That's a name I haven't seen in the chat in a while, so thank you for joining in. But yeah, here was my issue with the intro this morning, which I added on that Dune clip because we're going to talk about some Dune. I watched. I have like 12 minutes of the Dune, the 1984 Dune movie left. I'm watching right now. I started watching it last night, and excuse me, I did not get to finish it because I fell asleep. I was exhausted. But here's oh shit, I don't have my lights on or anything. I just realized that. I slept in this morning, folks. I apologize. It's been there. Okay, so these are I showed these yesterday. These are my studio headphones I have, and you can see they just kind of free spool around and they just kind of do this thing. So yeah, not asking for anything. I've got a new set I'm looking at right now. I just have to order them. And I'm getting some new Raycon earbuds because these I ordered these ONN are they're trash. But I mean I paid $25 for them at Walmart. You get what you fucking deserve. So I was like I just wanted to try a pair to see how they are because I'm like I'm so being from a radio background, I'm used to wearing these, with these wires and everything, and it's not convenient. So yeah, I got these. Fucking can't see anything, but yeah, they cut out. Like I will be sitting here and I'll turn my head to like grab something off the desk or whatever. If I'm in the studio, I'm out in my living room right now. If I'm in the studio and it'll freeze like. The intro packages, it freezes my phone. Like if I'm watching a video on my phone, like if I'm playing video games, I'm sitting down just watching a video on my phone, or and I look over. If I look away from my phone, it freezes. So I'm like, as soon as I get my new ones, I am going to record myself taking these with my 25-pound drywall hammer, and I'm going to smash them in my driveway because I hate them so much. These are all duct taped up. Yeah, you can see we got black over here, silver over here. We are we're classy. We're classy like that. But yeah, I'm looking at new wireless headphones like this, and then new wireless earbuds too. So yeah, because I like to wear these when I record. those sometimes I wear, but like I said, it'll even in editing, it'll freeze my editing program, and it's like it's a bitch. I'm like, I don't want to have to go back and deal with this again. But let me acknowledge the chat, though. We got Tina Bojan, LDG of Geeks and Joy, Nano Reaper, Vassy Reviews. She says, I'm in work, so I'll be lurking. I was going to invite you on, hon, but I didn't know if you were working or not. I should hit you up last night. But, yeah, I was like, I'm going to watch Dune. I had the night off. PJ didn't do Orville Nation review last night, so I just took the night off, hung out with the wife. We watched American Horror Story, episode 3 of season, was it 10 or 11? Watch that, and then an episode of The Strain. When you live stream, do you set it to hear yourself speak? I do. I have to hear. That's why I have the headphones on. I want to hear myself because I want to know how the hell I sound. And if I sound bad, I want to be able to correct my pitch and my, and there's been streams where I've went and I didn't check it now. Okay, my microphone is set to the right mic. I've had the wrong mic set, and it sounds like I'm in an echo chamber because it's my webcam microphone. Let me go back and answer Nano Reaper's question. Morning, which version? The 84, David Lynch version. And I'm not familiar with a lot of David Lynch's work. I am not. I don't pretend to be a Dune aficionado. All I know is I liked the 84 one. The delay with my earbuds, LDG, that was the caveat. Like, my screen was frozen on Jack Nicholson. That GIF with Jack Nicholson kind of nodding his head and smiling from was that anger management. And it froze right there, so I had to hurry up, throw it on my phone, which is usually, a couple seconds behind anyway, and see where it was. There's 2 versions of it. I didn't see. This is the, I don't know. It's the one that's on HBO Max, Nano. But yeah, Laura44, hello. Good morning, miss. Pursuing paranormals in the house. Yeah, I just, it messes me up. I know. I can't deal with that. It's a pain. But I have to, it's weird though. I have to have headphones on, when I record. We have a ton of stories to get to today. And I've got a bunch of goodness planned for you. I'm just checking Twitter real quick, and I see Saggy Melons is online. I should just throw her an invite too. Get her to stop by, and she might come back next Wednesday. Excuse me, because of we didn't get to everything on Wednesday night, so I told her, hey, I was like, come back next Wednesday. So let's see who else we got here in the chat. What about is up in here? He says, ahoy there, hello there. So not the director's cut. No, it's not the Lynch cut then. Nano. I'll have to order that. Yes, Shaggy is awesome. And if you guys missed it Wednesday night, her and Angeles Draven were having like a reface competition mixing Grace Randolph and Nicolas Cage. So we're gonna have a bumper with just all Nicolas Cage and Grace Randolph refaces. And then she did one of me as Grace Randolph, which was terrifying. Very terrifying. But hey, slap that like button if you're in the chat right now. Let's see here. Let me check the old messenger. See Tony, because I invited Tony on too this morning, but Tony's working. I can't share the links on Facebook if you're waiting for that. Sorry, I'm in Facebook jail again. What did Nick Cage ever do to you guys? What's up, Johnny Cage, JP7? Nick Cage, man. Nick Cage has done nothing but provide us with fun and quotable lines and gift material for days. That's what Nicolas Cage has done. What's up, Johnny Cage? How you doing, man? Vassy, tell me hit that like button. If you're not, subscribe to the channel. We're at 787 right now, slowly creeping up to that 800 mark, and then in another year or two, we'll hit 1,000. So, I'm just kidding. No, I wanted to be at 1,000 before I went to Horror Hound so I could live stream from my phone. But then I'm like, oh yeah, I can live stream from my phone anyway because I can just use StreamYard and fuck YouTube in their in their garbage tier. Well, you have to have 1,000 subscribers to live stream from your phonesies because we can't have the plebs that are under 1,000 live streaming. Well, thank God there's StreamYard and YouTube can suck it. Take that, Susan. I hope you're listening. Let's see here. So we're gonna get into a story here. Let's what's up, pursuing paranormal? Commander Cody was in the house. I thought I saw his name up in there. Yeah, he says, "Hola, mi brother. Hola, hermano." What is going on with you, man? I saw you message me. You messaged me like right after I went live, so I didn't get a chance to answer it. Let's see what we got here on the docket. Let me stop this camera so you can not look at my. Nobody wants to see all of this first thing in the morning. Not even my wife. So let's go into. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we want to do first? Do you want to start with some heavy stuff? You know what? Let's start out light and kind of breezy this morning. Man, I need to get a pop-up. I haven't renewed my virus protection yet. They keep reminding me to. I need to do that, and I need to get a pop-up ad blocker on, because this is just a pain in the ass. But I hate to do this to y'all first thing in the morning. I really do. But, man, we got to go inside Brie Larson. So, everybody, please put your seat backs and tray tables in their upright position. Make sure your seat belts are fastened. Let's go.
Hi. Hello. I'm starting a YouTube channel.
All right, so here we are, bounding into comics. Big shout out to the folks over at Bounding into Comics, John F. Trent and the gang. Brie Larson claims she has a mind that tends to go a little to the depression. This came out yesterday. They dropped a slew of articles last night, and I heard one of the bigger YouTubers talking about it. I believe it was Gary from Nerdrotic. John Trent and the boys over there, John, JB, Spencer, Donald, Josh, you guys don't get enough credit. I got to start hitting y'all up, have y'all on the show. Sip of coffee for the working man. You're going to have to come on the Wednesday night show. I'm going to have to get the gentleman from Bounding on the show here, because they are providing us with content, and it is it's fun, man. It's fun to get journalism that's not garbage tier like we see from half these other trades out there that are, faux journalists. I don't even bring up We Got This Covered and all that crap. But you guys know what I'm talking about. LDG says, buckle up, Brie. Right? That's the caveat here with her is, and that's the thing is, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, Brie Larson is an unattractive woman, like facially. I mean, she's an attractive woman, don't get me wrong, but it's that attitude that kills everything. You know what I mean? That and the fact that she has feet like a fucking eagle. It's like them talons, man. I can't get by. I mean, let me be honest, and I say this as somebody who, I appreciate all kinds of beauty, different variations of beauty, and I'm not going to sit here and castigate her and say you're an ugly woman. She's not an ugly woman facially. It's her attitude. It's like you're kind of pretty on the outside, but baby, you are ugly on the inside, and you need to eat some makeup to make yourself pretty inside. No, she's that attitude. She's been groomed and raised to be, a celebrity in the Hollywood machine since she was a child. And she grew up a child of privilege. She didn't grow up with some hard knock background. That just, God, I can't convey how much that I just loathe people like that. I'm looking back through my memories on Facebook today. Quick side story here. And I know you're all rolling your eyes going, quick side story from this dude who can talk for days. Yeah, right. I'm looking back through my Facebook memories today from, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. And I always like to look at my posts at who liked them and then how many people have unfriended me. One of them, there was like 15 or 16 people that have like unfriended me. And I'm just like, and I click on them and I'm like, who were you again? And I'm like, oh yeah, somebody who saw me at a wrestling show once added me on Facebook after, you talked to me a few times and found out that I wasn't an insane fucking, insane, I don't know, I guess a lot of them, I look at it and they were just insane liberals. And I wasn't. So it's like they got mad and just deleted me. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't care. Like, and that's the thing is like, I don't care what your politics are. Just be a good person. Just be cool. Just chill. We can disagree and still be friends. I have friends I've disagreed with for a long time, and we don't argue because we're adults, and that's how adults talk. And like I said, Brie Larson strikes me as somebody who I don't know if she would be like capable of having a conversation about the things that she espouses without getting like angry and you know, I don't know, just throwing epithets out. And she would do it without even thinking, because that's how most people like her are. They virtue signal so much to cover up for their own biases and prejudice. So I just, that's what I see coming from people like her is straight hypocrisy. Yes, hypocrisy to the highest degree. So let's look at this article here. And I'm not going to knock people with depression and anxiety, because I've been to therapy. I've been to therapy because of depression and things like that. I've been there. I don't talk about it a lot. I have PTSD, but I never use it as a crutch. I don't sit back and, oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is me. My life is so bad. Oh my goodness. You know, and that's what these people do. You're talking about multimillionaire adult pretenders who want to act like they are the oppressed ones. And just because you're a woman, okay, just because you're a woman, you're oppressed. You know, you've suffered the slings and arrows of, you know, you've suffered the slings and arrows of biases and gender discrimination. It's like, not every woman has, and even if they have, not every one of them feels the need to use it as a crutch or as a tool to get sympathy to get ahead on that note, and not on the merits of their skill set as it pertains to their line of employment. And it's funny because my wife, we always talk about the gender pay gap. And it's funny too, because like, if anybody could be a feminist, it could be my wife. She detests feminists. And that's where everybody's like, you're just a misogynist who's afraid of strong women. I'm like, no, since I retired almost 4 years ago, I've been a stay-at-home dad. I've been a YouTuber. I work part-time at my son's school as a substitute teacher, and I volunteer at my son's school every single day. And I do this. I clean, I cook, and my wife knows I'm still the alpha. That's the way it is. But you know, we tend to do that thing where we walk beside each other. Nobody's in front of the other one. That's true equality. This equity that people like Brie Larson are screaming and crying for is a fallacy. You know, equity is not equality. You know, equity is, no, you can't have this. They need it because they don't have it. You have it because you have the. No, equity. That argument is a straw man. It's bullshit. And the whole gender pay gap thing, I don't want to get political, but the gender pay gap thing is, I'm sorry, it depends on the line of work, what your profession is, and sometimes men get paid more because they tend to do more dangerous jobs. You don't see, there's a lot of positions you don't see females out. Oh well, I'm waiting for them to say there's a lack of diversity. Gender diversity in trash removal. Now it's funny because one of the places we lived in this little cul-de-sac, and little private neighborhood. I know, save me. so oppressed I am. But no, we lived in this cul-de-sac. There was like 12 houses in our neighborhood, and we had a private waste removal company. And right before we moved, there was a younger kid that drove the truck. It was a private company, so we couldn't just throw anything away, which really sucked. But being as where I worked, I would just take it up to work after they closed and throw it in the dumpster. And but no, so we had a female. She was probably like, I don't know, 22, 23 years old, and she was out there slanging the heavy stuff, just like old boy was. And I was like, I came out one day and I said, hey, I got something, kind of heavier in the garage to throw away. I was like, I'll bring it out. I brought it out on a dolly. I'm like, it was like a freezer. I'm like, can we get rid of this? They're like, we're not supposed to, but yeah. And I was like, well, let me help you, man. And she's like, no, I got it. I'm like, I like that. I'm like, okay. I was like, I was trying, I was like, I'm not being patronizing or saying you can't lift it, but as a guy, it's like, I just feel bad putting that on you, She's like, no, it's okay. I'm like, all right. So they are out there, and I'm just using that as an example because let's be honest, how many female trash collectors do you see that aren't in the show Parks and Recreation? Leslie Knope and Ann Perkins did that gimmick. Tina says 1,000% true. Well, thank you, Tina. Thank you. And that's a female saying that. And Tina is one of our one of our 5% audience that's female. Actually, it's 4.7, but who's counting, right? Nano Reaper says women get paid twice as much in porn. Well, yeah. Anything like that. It's funny. I can use this as an example too, because it's a profession that I worked in. Professional wrestling. Okay, especially. I was on the independent circuit, all right? Females on the independent wrestling circuit are considered like a premium product. They are, especially ones that are attractive and have a quality aesthetic and physique. Because I've worked some shows with some women that are like, okay, but I respect the fact that you're doing it, not knocking you. If you don't want to work out, that's your thing, but don't ever look to take it any farther than, wrestling in front of 50 people for a handshake and a hot dog. And that hot dog comment is not a double entendre. That's just a saying in the wrestling business. You get a handshake and a hot dog from the concession stand as your payment because the promoter's broke and they didn't make any money. And I've worked with some girls who are absolutely drop dead gorgeous, but they cannot work to save their lives, and they're more interested in just being hot than being a quality worker. One of this young lady we worked with in when I was with Apex Pro Wrestling, and I'll get back to the article after this. I'm sorry, I'm talking wrestling again. You guys are like, Jesus, just shut up. No, her name was Dominic. Her work name was Dominique Fabiano, and she was like the archangel or whatever. She came out as a manager. She started working at like 15 or 16, and it was really cringe to watch some of the boys in the locker room hit on her. I mean, it was, like I said, I was probably around 34, 35 when I started working shows with her. And her mom and dad would come to the shows, bring her to shows because she was so young. And I was just like, God, it's like, I never, I talked to her a little bit because I was a ring announcer. But it was just like I didn't want to come off like odd to her. So like I'd walk up to her, I'd be like, how you doing, miss? And hey, and I was like, first time I met her, I'm like, okay, I need to get your information, where you're billed from, so I can, announce you. And she was more than happy. And it was just like her dad would come in the locker room with her. It was so awkward because he's standing there. But like I said, man, you get your 16-year-old daughter around a bunch of grown-ass men, who are play fighting in tights. It is a testosterone-charged environment in a wrestling locker room. And I felt bad for her because there was times where her dad wasn't around, and some of these guys would some of the shit they would say. But over the course of the couple of years that I worked off and on with her at different shows, she did kind of, develop some thick skin and, yeah, but when yeah, she got offers, and she started working down in Florida for like a bigger promotion, and I was just like why? Like you can't, and she couldn't work. She was she was working with one of the other boys. His wife was a wrestler. Tina was in decent shape, but she could go. She was a vet. And God, this girl she was terrible. Like she could not do anything in the ring. It was horrible to watch her work. It was like watching the late Melissa Coates work before she was with Sabu, and Sabu ruined her and basically led her to an early death because Sabu is basically a piece of shit who I have no respect for, and he can go fuck himself. But no, I watched him, take Melissa Coates under his wing and just run her into the ground. When I first saw Melissa Coates was 1996 on the cover of Muscle Mag International. She had just won the Jantana Pro and the Thunder Bay Pro as a amateur bodybuilder. Got her pro card and was one of the most up and coming young bodybuilders on the scene. She was feminine. She was cut. She was beautiful. And she got with Sabu. She got into wrestling and got with Sabu. This is what happens. A lot of cases is what happens. Beautiful woman gets into wrestling, hooks up with somebody who is, good, a good worker, but a shit person. And that's what happened with her and Sabu. And he ran her into the ground. And yeah, she died. Like I said, I saw her on the indie scene a couple times, and I looked at her and I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Collagen in the lips, ladies. Some cases it looks good because you don't go overboard, but if your mouth looks like a baboon's ass, I'm sorry. That's no man finds that attractive. If they tell you they do, they're lying. I'm sorry. I'm that guy. I don't like the fake shit. I don't like it. Melissa couldn't work. She looked, she looked like a worker, but couldn't work. And then she got like even bigger, stupider implants and looked even worse. And I'm sure she got an infection from them because those things are ticking time bombs. That's why you see so many female bodybuilders and wrestlers get those removed after a while. I mean, hell, who was it had one popped in the ring? And then you're talking a blood infection. So it's not worth it. It truly is not worth it. You can work out and tighten up that body, but don't do that. I was discussing that with my wife, actually discussing implants with my wife last night because one of her best friends was fitness, and she was, very had a very lean endo. I believe it'd be like an ectomorph is like the leaner physique, and endomorph is like the thicker. She was like she was a thinner physique, but she was very, she would get cut for a show, and she asked me, she said, what do you think? And she ended up getting like double D's, and it was like, she's like 5'4", like 115, and just looked ridiculous. I was like, I don't think you need them, but, whatever makes yourself happy, right? And that's it. He's like, I'm not going to tell you not to get them. If it makes you happy, do it. But from a man's perspective, who doesn't appreciate that look at all, I'm not saying there's not women with implants that aren't attractive, but I don't, it looks weird to me. And having frequented strip clubs in my 20s, yeah. It's a completely different feel, but we're done with the anatomy, and I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm seriously just in wrestling, and it's very non-functional, and I don't know how I went into that because it's more interesting than Brie Larson feigning depression, I guess. But let's take a look at this article from Bounding Into Comics. Glinzer says too much collagen, Medeja. Yeah. See, I used to love Medeja back in the day. Her. But the other one, I like the other lady that came out with Steiner better. She's actually a lawyer. No, she does real estate now. What was her? Shakira or whatever her name was. I can't remember what name they gave her on air, but I always thought she was hotter than Medeja. I did. I was just as a teenager, I was just like, oh my god. But I like athletic more than I like just I'm skinny and I have big boobs. That's not my thing. It's not. I just don't appreciate that at all. But to each their own, not knocking anybody. Here we go. Brie Larson. Her mind tends to go to the depression. Captain Marvel actress Brie Larson recently claimed she has a mind that tends to go a little into the depression. Her comments came during a discussion and interview with Dax Shepard on Spotify's Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard podcast in order to promote Larson's podcast, Learning Lots with Brie Larson and Jesse Ennis. Let's see here. Pop-ups. As the podcast began, Larson reveals she has a cold plunge where she is staying in London. While discussing her experience with cold plunges, Larson states, it's been the best thing for my moods. And it's like a crazy thing to talk about because, it's not super practical. Having bags of ice in a bathtub or an ice, whatever you're doing, having a hotel ice machine, there's no version of that feels scalable in any way. But when I'm doing it consistently, because I have a mind that tends to go a little to the depression, it wants to go to a hopeless place. It likes to go there. So the cold plunges shocks my system, and the rest of my day I'm like, at least I'm not in the cold plunge. That's my bright side, she asserts. What about you are absolutely right. It's like, am I supposed to take this seriously, Brie?
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Like I said, I don't want to make light of anybody with depression, but your parents put you in. Nobody has to stay in Hollywood. Nobody has to stay in this limelight, Brie. These are lifestyle choices. It's like these are all lifestyle choices that you make, like your diet, what you do with your day, how you use your time, if you smoke or not, if you don't, if you drink or not, these are lifestyle choices, Brie. This depression, I'm not saying depression is a lifestyle choice. I'm saying staying in Hollywood when you're under the microscope and under constant consistent pressure 24 hours a day to watch what you say, watch what you do, watch who you associate with, you know, and it's just, it's ridiculous. She hates 40-something white dudes, so no white dude at least should care. And that's the thing. And I've joked around about this since I started, because when I started doing this, I was 39, and I was like, well, I can still tell Brie Larson what to do until I turn 40. I turned 40. I was like, well, I can't tell Brie what to do anymore. Damn it. But no, it's funny because, like I said, you're asking me to feel sorry for you, and it's absolutely ridiculous. But no, I can't fathom this level of sheer. Well, I don't want to say it. My kid's right here. He's just kind of walking around. But let me find the GIF because you guys know what I'm talking about. Her attitude is just
Sheer fucking hubris.
to feign that you're so depressed because millions of dollars. Hang on a second here. Let me do this. I'm gonna stop this camera here. Let's pull this back up here. Let's see, how much is Brie Larson worth? Let's see. We'll look up Brie Larson's net worth. Let's see. What is Brie Larson's net worth? Comes up first. Let's see. Celebrity net worth. $25 million. Okay, not ridiculous, but $25 million. If you can't live on $25 million for the rest of your natural life, you have a problem. And I'm not saying that Bree's saying she doesn't have enough money to live on. I'm simply saying that $25 million is a lot of money. Nano Reaper says she has more than enough money to last the rest of her life, so at this point she's playing for attention. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's relevance. And once that relevance fades, it's difficult. What about this great clip? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't have that one anymore. It's somewhere on the hard drive, though. She gets awarded and paid a lot for being bland. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I don't understand why people are so high on her as an act. She won an Oscar for Room. Okay, she won an Oscar for Room. Let's fucking chord. This is why I hate chords. Let's talk about why she won an Oscar for Room. She played a victim. Who was, her and her son. We feel so bad for you. It's a movie, whatever. Stunning and Brave, I know. But she won the Oscar for that. And then everybody's like, if you criticize her and say she's bland, she has an Oscar. Have you ever won an Oscar? No, because I don't need a paperweight. I got a house full of paperweights. Chef Nation, good morning, beautiful people. Well, good morning, Chef Nation. Thank you for joining us. What about? She's not even talented enough to be a depressed art. That's it. That is it. Not a nice way to wake up seeing Brie Larson's face this morning. I apologize. I got a lot of topics to get to. We've already been going for 40 minutes. You know what? This is going to be a longer morning show today. Because I love you guys, and I'm trying to get my subscriber count up. So share the stream. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all that's here this morning. What about this morning, Chef? Chef Nation says the movie The Room sucked, or Room, not The Room. The Room is a masterpiece. That is a modern art masterpiece. Tommy Wiseau is the man. But I've never watched Room. I've suffered through. I did make my panel 2 years ago on Halloween. We watched, we had a doubleheader watch party. We watched Unicorn Store, Brie Larson's movie that was on Netflix. We watched Unicorn Store. It was bad, man. If you remix the part where she's following the young black man around the hardware store, and Alex Hutchins, Lincoln X7 was on her show, who happens to be a black guy, and we're watching the show, and we're watching the movie, and he's like, if we remix this with like the Halloween theme music, he goes, it'd be creepy as hell. I'm like, I need to do that. Now I'm looking back, I need to do that. Unicorn Store is bad. And Brie Larson is don't think she's immune to the white savior thing either, because have y'all ever heard of Basmati Blues? Of course you have. She was a white savior in that. She had the white savior trope going in that. So it's bad. When I forgot to do something here, I gotta stop my camera. I might sound like I'm far away for a second, but that's because I got to get the the pad for my chair here because I'm sitting on a wooden kitchen chair in my living room, and yeah, it's not comfortable to sit on, folks. It's not. So I gotta put some padding down on it here, so I could sit here for a couple hours and not and my arse not fall asleep. But that's probably TMI for y'all. Let me see what do we got here. Let me go back and acknowledge this chat. Oh, the headphones are falling apart. I don't even need to wear these, but I just feel like I should. It's weird. I'm like, I can't do this without headphones in of some sort. Nano Reaper says, Room is 6 years old and no longer relevant. That's my thought on it, Nano. That's definitely my thought. Glinzer, the Stallone movie Oscar is worth more than an Oscar award nowadays. Oh my God. That movie's so funny. And Tim Curry was Dr. Poole. Hello, get back in the room. I love that movie. Yep, Breeze Indian movie. Chef Nation, most racist movie of all time. It was Bree does her own dance moves. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Didn't she dance on Ellen's show with her? I mean, yeah, that Basmati Blues movie, and they tried to bury that and hide it. It's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna get away with that. We all know she's a racist. So, yeah, here we go. Let's there we go. I'm off the screen now. That'll work better. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So we talked about the cold plunge, and like I said, man, she's bland. She's basic. She's not ugly. And that's the thing, is like, I don't want people to think I'm just knocking her looks or critiquing her on her looks. But I'm just saying, like, is you know, like I said, she needs to eat makeup because she's ugly on the inside. That's it. And like I said, the feet thing kills me because she seems to want to show her feet off in these pictures. It's terrible. You got snack people. Some people should. Some women and men should not wear open toe, like saying flip flop stuff like that. Like, if you look like a pterodactyl from the prehistoric days, don't wear open toe shoes. Don't. Nano Reaper, after all, nothing exists in Hollywood before 2016. Since they are having all these firsts these days. Yeah, that's it. And that's how, what about says that's how they think of themselves, saviors. They do. They want to be that savior. You know, if y'all have seen the movie, I'm trying to think if I think it was with John Voight. It's called Conrack. I don't know who the hell is calling me. Hang on, folks. I do need to take this phone call. We are going to play a bumper, and we will be right back after these memes. All right, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was that was my dog groomer. I had to confirm my appointment for my my princess. My dog's got to go get groomed on Tuesday, and they're like, yeah, we wanted to. I just wanted to remind you. I'm like, okay, all good. And I'm like, I'm on a live show right now, but I played a commercial break, a bumper break for my my audience, so I could answer the phone. But yeah, I should have just answered it live on the air, honestly. But I was like, I don't know who this is. Let me go back, acknowledge these comments that we had here. Yep, right here. Chef Nation, she has the most nastiest feet ever. She does. She has some nasty ass feet. Glinzer, I'm remembering Eddie Murphy's Good Feet, Korean Boomerang. That right there. That all of this, right? I got it. This right here. Yeah, Glinzer, that's basically my reference on that is, yeah, that's I draw a lot of inspiration from that quote right there. That is Boomerang, such a good movie. Tony, what's up, bro? Clown World Review in the house. My co-host. I'm mad at Shang-Chi. What a lady part that dude is. He is. I'm going to see it tonight. Tony's going to see it tomorrow. I'll be going live. I got to set the stream up. I'll be going live tonight at about, we'll say, I don't know what's the runtime on. Can somebody let me know the runtime on Shang-Chi? I didn't look it up, and I don't feel like doing it right now. If somebody wants to look up the runtime and pop it in the chat, I'm imagining it's probably 2 hours and 10 minutes or something like that. But yeah, I'm thinking that'll be about a 2 hour runtime. So I'll be going live about probably 9:45, 10 Eastern tonight for 45 minutes, an hour to talk about Shang-Chi and my immediate reaction to it. And this is why I love the theater right next to my house, dude. There's a theater 5 minutes from my house. You guys know this if you've been here for any length of time. I've told you multiple times. I've been going to this theater since I was 3 years old. $7 for an adult ticket. $7. So tonight I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna spend like $10-15 in for popcorn and a soda and a ticket, and I'm gonna go sit down and watch Shang-Chi. Like I said, not a fan of the character. I don't know anything about the character outside of what people have covered in videos. But I don't know. I'm just like, I'll check it out, you know. And then if it's good, you know, I'll take the kid to see it next week if it's still playing there. They had Free Guy, but the wife didn't want to go see it, and I was like, man, whatever. You know, it's one I'll wait till it's streaming to watch that. You know, Tony, I picked up, you know, Tony told me what he thought of it. So, and when we're pretty, you know, close on our taste in movies and things. So, I was like, you know, whatever. It's one I can wait to see for streaming. But I do want to see Shang-Chi in the theater because the last Marvel movie I saw in the theater was, I was going to say Endgame. I've seen Black Widow. And Black Widow was so boring. It was so boring. And the end of it, like I said, man, just Bespin. The Red Room being Bespin was stupid as hell. But I'm hoping Shang-Chi's a little more exciting. Let's wrap this article up because we got so much more to go. I've got like 20 tabs open up here. Let me see here. Let me acknowledge the chat, though, first. Here we go. Clown World. Before the Clown World review, I thought white YouTubers had to be Scandinavian and spew racial epithets while playing video games. I'm basically a hero. Yes, you are, Tony. Yes, you are. What About says 2 hours and 12-minute runtime for Shang-Chi. Thank you. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I will be, you know, I was kind of worried. I was like, is it going to be one of those, you know, 2.5 hour ones?
But that's not the case here.
Thank God. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Boo Boo. Bow to me. Wait, you can watch Free Guy on the high seas. Yeah, I probably could. You know, it's not something that I'm like dying to watch though. It'd be a movie that I go to the theater just to go to the theater. Tina Bojan says that's an awesome deal with the entertainment tax in the country north of me. Primetime tickets are over $20 each. Yeah, if you go to like, now I could drive about 40 minutes and go to like south, 40 minutes south of me and go to like Celebration Cinema, or an hour south and go to an IMAX. I know I live in the sticks. Like I said, there's only about 9,000 people in my town, or my city. It's small, but my theater is gorgeous. It's been open since 1946, 45. Yeah, if if anybody is opposed to taxidermy or seeing animals taxidermy, then this is not the theater for you, because it's called the Pines Theater. It's beautiful. I'll show some pictures of it in the chat. And I have no problem. People know I don't care. I've talked about where I live before, said the name of the city. People on the stream have said it. I'm not worried about it. I live in a stand your ground state. Chef Nation says, my dad passed out watching Black Widow. Ouch. What about the best parts of Free Guy is when they're in the video game world? That's what it sounded like. And Chef Nation, my son during Black Widow, because we took my son, he's 6, to see it. And, you guys that have been around the channel here for any length of time have seen, a little mini ETEP on a stream or, heard him. What about says the open world and Free Guy is much like Overwatch meets Fortnite meets GTA. Okay, I've only played one of those games, and that's GTA. And I've been playing GTA since it was the top-down view on PlayStation 1. So I'm an OG with the GTA. I still play San Andreas and Vice City semi-regularly. Glinzer, taxidermy, the Texas Chainsaw Theater. Almost, except I'm in Michigan. I'm in the great almost the Great White North. What are you doing, dude?
What should I get?
I don't know. What do you want for a snack? Pursuing Paranormal says Fortnite for life. Sorry, my son's in the kitchen. Let's see. The local drive-in here in Tucson is showing Shang-Chi for $10 a carload all weekend long. Now see, going to see it like that at a drive-in with like a carload of people would be fun. I would be sitting there, well, like tonight, I will be, let's say I will be spiritually lifted tonight. Heavily when I go see this movie. It's going to be, it'll be, yeah. So the live stream afterwards might be a little interesting. But yeah, it's nothing I haven't done before. I think the last movie I went to see, and I reviewed live, was it Black Widow? No, it wasn't Black Widow. I don't know. I can't remember. I was a little lifted though. It was fun. Let's wrap this article up, though. I've been on this for a while. Let's see. So Larson said, as the conversation progressed, Larson would also discuss how she's been more willing to confront people over things that bother her that she doesn't like. She explained, the last, year or half or 2 years, I feel like the universe has confronted me with the need to confront and just confront sooner and just go, I don't like that. Because I'll find, especially with smaller things, that's just not worth it. And now I'm like, you know what's not worth it? Being uncomfortable and then having resentment and then being weird to somebody forever. That's not it. Why not just get it over with and say, not my preference? See, they cut this off right here before they're like, okay, because her feet were jacked in this picture. I remember that because somebody was like, they pointed it out in the live stream, and then you see the picture and you're like, oh my. So since she's been doing a YouTube, she now has a voice. Yeah, right, Chef Nation? Because she didn't have a voice before she did her YouTube channel. You know you're not eating pretzels right now.
Aw. Then I'm Nemmies.
No.
I have to have time for a snack.
Let's see. Let me go back and acknowledge some comments here. Let me scroll back through them here. What about says Brie Larson needs to experience the Sean Connery method? Yes, she does. Yes, she does. So let's see here. Funny, I was talking about Black Widow, and there's a Black Widow premiere access. Does anybody even want that? Is anybody clamoring for premiere access to Black Widow? She would So here we go. Let's see here. She would respond to Shepard explaining that he finds it hard to navigate between accepting people as who they are, but also the possibility that accepting is leading to resentment. She's just talking in circles now. This is, wow, she had different color hair there, huh? Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I'm done with this. We're done. Brie Larson, I don't want to hear about your depression. I don't want to hear about Brie Larson's depression. The drive-through around can work with my car stereo. Oh, nice. So 10 speaker surround sound. Might go check Shang-Chi out if they don't charge too much. See, that'd be kind of cool. That would be cool. If you could Bluetooth the theater sound into your car stereo, that would be pretty cool. I remember like going to a drive-through, I think once as a kid when I was down in Detroit, and they still had the little speakers that you just put on the side of your car, which was cool. It was that old school feel. Good morning, superfan Adam Shawhan. He says, "Circle back, Brie." God, no, Brie is not Jen Psaki. We don't need a circle back, girl. Brutal Morningwood popping into motherfucking hail. Got to get back to chasing the toddler around in the dark. Y'all be safe. Brutal Morningwood, man. I hope you get power back soon. Take care, brother. Thank you for checking in. Hope you and the family are good. And yeah, man, just take care, bro. Just take care. Oops. It's all good, bro. It's all good. We got a screen share here though, because we're gonna talk now. Wait. We're gonna talk about Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett. Show I won't be watching, but we're gonna cover it anyway. We're not gonna watch the show and cover it. I mean, we're gonna cover this article, of course. I have no inclination to watch anything Star Wars new, and I've said it multiple times because I am, trying to steer clear of the hypocrisy. What about take care of that thing in the morning always, right? Let's see. Here we go. God, the Book of Booby Fit. Oh, man. I was glad to see Tamura Morrison back, but after all the Gina Carano stuff, after Pablo Hidalgo comes out and openly, insults the fans, I'm, you don't get my viewership, you don't get my money, you don't get me as a fan anymore, Yeah, I'll put the Star Wars name in my mouth because I don't care. I ain't worried about that. I'm just not going to watch it and support it that way. That's not how I'm going to roll here, man. It's not going to happen. We've got this to cover though. So let's get into this article. New rumor provides plot details about Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett series. And then, of course, we repeat the line here because we have to repeat the title with the first sentence of the article. John F. Trent, September 2nd. Love you, John. But that annoys me because I'll even read it. Like I said, I was about ready to start reading it because just being habitual. Just read it. Habitual line. He was a habitual line stepper. Going back to Dave Chappelle. Few details have been released about the show, but it was confirmed by the show's executive producer, Jon Favreau, that the show would be arriving on Disney Plus in December 2021. He told Good Morning America in December 2020. At the end of the show, Boba Fett came out, and it said the Book of Boba Fett coming December 2021, and that wasn't part of the big Disney announcement, but here's the logo. He added, so this is actually separate from The Mandalorian Season 3, but what we didn't say in the announcement is that the show coming up next, Kathy said the next chapter, and that's going to be the Book of Boba Fett. God. I should get Doom Tap out and see if Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired today. The Book of Boba Fett. The Book of Dad Bod. Pursuing paranormal. As a kid, I never thought I would not care about Star Wars. Sad times we're living in. Oh, dude. Like I said, with all the announcements they made, I really wish that I could sit back and be like, dude, I'm so excited for all the Star Wars content. I can't. There's no, and it sucks. It really does. Because I waited so long, for my son to be old enough to enjoy this. And he does. He loves Star Wars, but not this new garbage. And did I impress some of that on him? Yes, but I've let him watch the movies. Like, I put Rise of Sky. What's up, Meech? Hang on. All right, come on. You can make your guest appearance. The big man's got to make an appearance this morning. The big fluffy kitty. The big fluffers. Big Fluff's got to say hi. Yeah, like I said, this is almost like he's like the size of a small bantha. There you go, buddy. But I wish I could. I wish I could be excited, you know. But like I said, my Star Wars lives right here. This is that's it, you know. And then, like I said, I own I got Rogue Ones over here somewhere. But this is more this is more Star Wars than anything Disney's done. Let's be honest. But yeah. Let me go back up here. Tony made a comment. Boba Fett is boring and useless. You know, I like the character. It just wasn't. They didn't do much with him in the original trilogy. It was kind of like just fodder, you know. But you know, the expanded universe picked up on that, and you know, big shout out to the EU fans out there keeping that stuff alive, man. I still feel Mando was the Boba Fett. Oh, it was. It was. Mando was the recycled, mangled Boba Fett movie turned into a show. That's all it is. What about says, hey, Cat. Chef Nation, the new Star Wars is trash. Star Trek is gone. Both my beloved franchises are gone. And that's sad. That's really sad. Disney Star Wars and Star Wars, it's Soy Wars. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Yeah, you've got just terrible people running a once great IP. I'm gonna move and readjust here and everything. Yeah, you've got terrible people running two once great IPs, and they don't have any respect for the lore, the mythos, and that's why it's getting murdered, you know, creatively by these morons and hacks who aren't talented. You know, they don't respect it. They don't care about it. They don't care about you. All they care about is their bottom line and their check boxes. And it's like, it seems like you would care more about your bottom line because the fans that you're, you know, pushing aside are the ones that have the money to spend on your product. But you don't feel the need to cater to them because they're quote unquote the wrong type of fans to have. Right? They're not the sexy demographic of the diversity crowd, you know, the blue check marks on Twitter. And it's like the entire time the Star Wars fan base has been diverse, has been inclusive, but nothing happened before 2016. And people that look like me are just gatekeeping white supremacists, apparently, according to Disney. So, you know, fuck me, right? But let's jump back into this here. There's a tweet. The official Star Wars Twitter account noted the Book of Boba Fett, a new original series starring Tamura Morrison, Ming-Na Wen, executive produced by Jon Favreau, bitch-ass Dave Filoni, and Robert Rodriguez. I'm not saying Robert Rodriguez is a bitch-ass. I like Robert Rodriguez. Just Dave Filoni is a bitch-ass fake cowboy hat wearing Kathleen Kennedy sycophant. Set within the timeline of The Mandalorian is coming to Disney Plus December 2021. Yada, yada, yada. Actor Tamura Morrison, who plays Boba Fett, did reveal to Rotten Tomatoes in June that the show will feature flashbacks. Of course it will. He stated, "We can't say too much, but we're going to see his past and where he's been since Empire Strikes Back." Somebody pointed out he's been kind of stuck in this one place, and now is the time to actually go back and check out his journey and find out more about him. That was the one thing I was like, I was so torn. I was so torn with The Mandalorian because I was like, I really wanted to like that show more than I did. And I enjoyed it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I didn't enjoy some of it. But then again, you go back and you watch it again and you look at the rewatchability and the quality of the show, or lack thereof, I should say, really shines through. I don't know, man. I don't know. It bothered me because it's like this has I do appreciate what Jon Favreau was doing because I do believe that Favreau has, he's a fan of Star Wars and, he's not one of these weirdos like a Kathleen Kennedy sycophant. And, it's sad to see Star Wars, something that, oh no, here comes the little one. we're about to be invaded by Mr. Beans. To see somebody who has a good creative vision and was in on the ground floor of the MCU and really was the architect of the foundation of the MCU, not Kevin Feige. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. What did Superfan Adam Shawhan say here? Wait to hear the DM I sent you last night and the drink I created. I mixed peach Kim Beam. Is that Kim Jong-un's Jim Beam? Jim Beam with cream soda for peaches and cream whiskey. Oof, that sounds good. 300 whiskey spice. Oh, okay. That does sound good. I know, because I was telling Adam I made I make a John Daly, and then I put tangerine Mio in it, and it's delicious. Or you just take orange Gatorade, mix it with some regular vodka. I do suggest using a good vodka, not anything mid to lower shelf. I'm talking top shelf. Some of that George Clooney. Is it George Clooney? No, that was his tequila. I like Tito's, man. I like Tito's vodka. I used to drink Grey Goose all the time, but damn, that Tito's is way better. There's so many more better vodkas out there than Grey Goose. I mean, Grey Goose isn't bad, but I kind of like Tito's more now. But if you mix that with your orange Gatorade and put that tangerine or mandarin Mio in there, it is Orange Crush, man. If you like Orange Crush, or like me, like Orange Faygo, because I'm from Michigan, and hail the Juggalos. And I'm not a Juggalo anymore, but my wife is related to Shaggy Two Dogs. She's a cousin, so we got Juggalos in the family. I don't ever see him or hang out with him or anything like that. I haven't hung up. I've actually never met Shaggy. I've met his brother. He's super cool. He's actually a rapper too. Kid's talented, but that's enough about the Juggalos and Juggalos. Let's talk ICP. I was listening to ICP in the truck the other day, on my way to work. Dan Reaper says Grey Goose is pussy vodka. You need something with a little bit of bite to it. Orange Gatorade and vodka, yeah. But with that Mandarin Mio in there, bro, it tastes. It's like I said, Orange Crush or like Orange Faygo. The Mio just gives it that little bit of extra zing to it. I don't know if y'all can. Let me know in the chat if the microphone is picking up my stomach grumbling right now. It is. It is just going buck wild because I'm hungry. But we're gonna keep going here in this article. Let's see. There have been rumors the show would feature multiple bounty hunters, including Bosk and Cad Bane, but now we are getting some plot details about the show. And I wouldn't have known who Cad Bane was if it wasn't for the Clone Wars show, but I wasn't a big Clone Wars fan either. I don't think animation should be canon. I just don't. Not at all. Not in the least bit. We have learned that in the series, Boba Fett is in revenge mode. He will be going after everyone who did him wrong in the past. He will also be looking for the other bounty hunters. They also note that Boba Fett will receive new armor, and it's possibly this new armor will be used to help differentiate between the past and the present, as flashbacks are expected. This was a dope picture, him and Ming-Na Wen right here. I dig that. I really dig that picture. Let's see. Clown World Review. Violent J and Shaggy step into the place, clear the room out like nuclear waste. Nobody likes us but the Cottonmouth Kings. They smoke buds. I smoke little white things. Nice. Man, I remember the Cottonmouth Kings. Oh, that is what that noise is. Yep, that's what it is, man. That's my stomach going ham. I'm about to play another bumper and go get some more coffee. Glinzer says, yeah, multiverse and alternaverse stuff should be relegated to animation. Yes. And we're going to talk about what if in a little bit here. Just Another Red Shirt. Morning, y'all. Morning, Just Another Red Shirt. That's a name I haven't seen in the chat in a while. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. So thank you all. Slap that like button. We are right now sitting at 18 likes. We got 11 people. It's been going back and forth between 11 and 15 people in the chat. Make sure you're hitting that like button, and make sure you're still subscribed. Like I said, I've had people come to me and say, hey, I got unsubscribed. And yeah, Nerdy Blurb was one of them, which is a shock because Blurb has been subscribed to the channel for almost 2 years now. Let's see. What about says they're adapting animation characters and stories because they're so desperate for material since they ditched the source material from the books. True that. True that. Oh. But yeah, Ming-Na Wen was badass in Mandalorian. And that's one thing I really liked about that show is you had Ming-Na Wen, obviously Gina Carano, you had Katie Sackhoff, and even to a lesser extent, what am I, Sean Connery from Kmart? I'm like Wish Sean Connery to a lesser extent. What? Oh, he's got one of his little toys he's batting around. Yep, he's got one of his little toys. The kitten is going ham in the living room, and the wife's just making sure he didn't have something he wasn't supposed to have. He's got like these little spring toys, and he's slapping it all over the floor. This is the pratfalls of streaming in my living room when my son is off school for the holiday weekend. It's unclear if the bounty hunters did him wrong or he will be recruiting them in order to seek revenge against the people who have wronged him. Fett is no stranger to working with other bounty hunters in Disney's current canon of Star Wars. In the Clone Wars, Fett creates a crew that consists of Aurra Sing, Bossk, and Castus. The team appears in R2 Come Home as they attempt to assassinate Jedi Master Mace Windu by planting a bomb inside Jango Fett's helmet on the bridge of the Republic cruiser, the Endurance. I think I remember that. I do remember that episode. Fett has also worked with Cad Bane in the episode titled Deception after his plot to assassinate Mace Windu is foiled. Fett is taken to a Republic detention facility. While in the facility, he works with Bossk to stage a prison riot in order to help Cad Bane and Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, who is disguised as a bounty hunter, Rako Hardeen, escape with a prisoner named Moralo Eval. Eval is plotting an assassination attempt against Chancellor Palpatine at the behest of Count Dooku. In the episode Bounty, Fett works with Bossk, Lotz, Razi, Dengar, and C-21 Highslinger. He was also supposed to work with Oked, but he was killed by the assassin Asajj Ventress. In order to replace Oked, Fett recruits Ventress for a mission involving transporting cargo and defending it from attack by a number of Cage warriors. So, and I don't remember half of this stuff. I really don't. Tony.
I want to see the Star Wars where Ventress captures like Rose Tico and just like tortures her for a week on end before, the good guys finally find her, but it's too late.
I would love that.
We need Asajj.
Why? I don't know why they haven't adapted her in live action yet. Probably because they'll race swap her and make her trans or something. I can see that. Happening. Come on, tell me you can't see that happening. Even though she's not like a human, she's like human-esque.
Yeah.
They'd be like, we need to make her like just insert other ethnicity here aside from like what she is. Wait, what did Nano Reaper say? Well then, you need a Southern breakfast of champions: fried chicken, grits, waffles, bacon, hash browns, and scrambled eggs. If you're really hungry, add a side of buttermilk, biscuits, and gravy. Oh my God, Nano Reaper, can I come stay with you for like a weekend? Yeah, that sounds delicious. My arteries probably wouldn't like that, but it sounds freaking amazing right now.
What have your arteries done for you lately, anyway?
Nothing. They've been lazy, so what the hell?
Yeah.
Let's see. Tonight on the men's room, we're eating more ice cream sandwiches. Check us out at 8:40. Mace, and there's the dog, of course. Look at this one. Glinzer says, Mace Windex, protect yourself and clean your windows at the same time. E-Tep, tell the boss you didn't even let me come up and babysit this weekend. It was funny. No, it wasn't. No, I have, like I said, I'm going tonight. I'm going to go watch Shang-Chi tonight, and we'll review that later. And you're going to watch it tomorrow, and then we're going to talk about it Monday night on the show and make Vinny and Red suffer through it. Because I doubt either of them is going to watch it. You know. Oh, let's see here. What else we got? The bounty hunter Embo. Do you know who Embo is? I don't even know half these bounty hunters, Tony.
No. Can you hear me okay?
I can now. You kind of blanked out for a second there. That's why I just
Okay.
started talking again. I just didn't want to leave the dead air. Because I knew you were on your phone, so I figured you might be a little, like you said, a little delayed. So,
Like,
oh, go ahead.
no, it's just Boba Fett's always been boring to me, man. And I know it's probably not very popular, but it's like, and that's one reason I wasn't into The Mandalorian, because when I'm watching the Clone Wars or any of the other shows, like, Mandalore just always bores me. I don't care about those people. I don't. I just don't, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's just meh. It is meh. The arc where they have the Mandalore Wars, you know, it wasn't. I didn't like it. Hey, Prime Mover, welcome the Prime Mover to the chat.
Did you hear about them renaming the Mandalorian?
No.
Like Anna, that Star Wars girl was talking about it yesterday. Like, you know, because Grogu's gone now, and it's going to be kind of a different show. And she was saying she thinks they're just, in her opinion, they're going to change it from the Mandalorian to the Mandalorians, and it's basically going to be about her and or basically about what's his name, Pedro Pascal, him and Bo, whatever her name is, the Queen of the Mandalorians, Katie Sackhoff.
Bo-Katan.
Yeah, Bo-Katan, and they're gonna basically finish up the Darksaber storyline and be a team together. That's her opinion on where they're going with the show, and it's just like, it just doesn't sound interesting. It just doesn't. Like, Grogu carried that show, in my opinion, through the first season or two, and I just don't think anyone cares about the Mandalorian that much, but maybe I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm. I don't care about it now. I don't. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch the third season. I'm done. Like I said, they've made it clear. And I know it might sound hypocritical of me, and as much as I preach about not being hypocritical, to go watch a Marvel movie. Well, Marvel, I wasn't as invested, like, I wasn't an adamant, like, comic book reader as a kid. You know, I read some comics, and I've picked them up more, and, you know, in the recent years, you know, back up reading them. You know, I love the MCU. I hate to see where it's going, but I still want to see the movies. You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, like I said, this is somebody who watches Batwoman. You know, I'm still going to go see the Marvel movies because it's not Star Wars to me. You know what I mean? Like, Star Wars, I'm like, I refuse, flat out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Shang-Chi, man, like Brie Larson, you know, and I'm sorry to the women who take offense to this, but Brie Larson kind of did what a lot of women do, you know, they're a bit self-involved. It's like, I don't know. What Simu Liu did, you know, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm pretty pissed off about that, man. He disrespected a lot of people. And he's kind of acting, you know, effeminate with his comments and his passive aggressiveness, you know, instead of showing any gratefulness for even being in the position and becoming a household name or something. He's complaining about how he never thought he would be there because of his skin color. Like, who gets into acting besides maybe The Rock, thinking, okay, well, I'm going to lead movies? It's like you're just trying to get your break at that point. And these social justice warriors always narrow it back down to their inherent traits. And it's, you know, and in the process of that, end up disrespecting a lot of people, including fans. And you know, we're going to go see it. It's more of a family thing. We're going to go on Saturday. I'm going with my brother and my nephew and my wife. And I mean, I kind of don't want to, man. I kind of want to find another movie, but there is nothing. So.
Yeah, see, I'm like I said, I wanted to see it. I did.
it's going to be hard to root for the guy now. You know, like I don't know, man. He's just such a bitch.
Dude, it's kind of disheartening to see that. Yeah, he took it right to like the racial stuff. Let me acknowledge the chat real quick though. Just another red shirt. You mean Batwoman? Do I mean Batwoman?
So that's just a car.
There's my grace for the day. There's some grace for you this morning. Yeah, I do mean Batwoman. And if you haven't seen the Batwoman video I did about the Poison Ivy casting and Renee Montoya, go check that out. It's one of my Batwoman videos, so you know it's fun. You know the gifts are going to be in there. You know the jokes are going to be there. Glinzer, Seppuku, what was his name?
Simu
Liu. I'd drive up to watch it with me. Only reason I go see it. Grace, woot woot. I'm looking forward to sitting in the theater. That's it. I'm just looking forward to sitting in the theater with my popcorn and my soda. It's the experience at this point.
I mean, these people become renowned and worldwide names and make millions and millions of dollars and still find a way to victimize themselves. Like,
right.
It's hard to support something like that.
You know, and that's a problem. That's a problem because they're making it difficult to give them money. It's like, I want to give you money to entertain me, and then you act like an asshole. And, you know, stop chewing on that cord, you little shithead.
And,
Mr.
You know, I've heard Bruce Lee and David Carradine and Jet Li and all these names, you know, but what about Jerry Lewis? It's very disrespectful.
Yeah, this is the thing with Simu Liu. It's like, he's like, oh, you know, we're not an experiment. We're not the bitch, you're Canadian. You're fucking Canadian. Like, shut up, man. Stop acting like you're oppressed and shit, bro. Like, you're already on TV. You know, people already like him in that show that was at Kim's Convenience. Because I've heard nothing but good things about that show. I've heard nothing but good things about that show, and now, you know, this dude is crying about it. It's just like, shut up, man.
Hard to take him serious.
People are crying on Reddit about Roe v. Wade being overturned in Michigan.
Good for Michigan.
You know, like I said, I'm not. Our state's such a joke. Our state's a joke. It's beautiful here. If you're here in like August or July or this part of September, the rest of the year sucks. The rest of the year sucks because the weather is so unpredictable. Unless you like, you know, being outdoors and it being like 80 degrees, dropping down to 30, snowing, then raining, then being sunny again in one day. You know, that's basically it here. Glinzer says Alec Baldwin and Glenn Ross. They're waiting to give you their money. Are you going to take it? Are you man enough to take it? I remember that speech. I haven't seen that movie. That's one I need to buy. I haven't seen that in so long. No one on TV is oppressed except for Redhead, says Nana Reaper. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. We all want good entertainment, but we don't get it from Hollywood. Thank God we get it from here from you guys, says Superfan Adam Shawhan. Thank you. Thank you. And Superfan, all states are jokes, pretty much. There's so much incorrect with that statement from a legal perspective. Which statement? The Roe v. Wade one? My body, my choice is a dead issue since this forced coof nonsense. The pro-choice people support. That's it. I always say that too when somebody says something about me being a dirty non-vaxxer. I'm like, I'm not a non-vaxxer. I'm just waiting. I'm not getting this. I don't need it. I'm good, you know. But anyway, back to the Boba Fett stuff. In The Empire Strikes Back, Fett was tasked by Vader to hunt down Han Solo alongside Dengar, Bossk, Forlom, Zuckuss, and IG-88. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I don't think I don't think the I don't I don't think the show is going to be very good. I won't be able to tell you firsthand though because I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
You know? Nano Reaper, don't want to get pregnant? Use protection. It's pretty simple, right?
Kind of shows this stranglehold these people have on the industry because there's like no more perfect time to break into entertainment than right now if you've got a good story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
But they're nowhere to be found. And I know they exist. I know the talent is out there.
Yep.
But they just can't break through the glass ceiling that, that side is constantly talking about breaking through.
Well, the problem is that the evil white people keep their thumb on, on anybody who's not white in the entertainment business.
Yep. And then those people like Simu Liu think they're white overlords. Like, thank you. I never thought a Asian man would lead a movie, but because of my great white saviors, because of my great white overlords, we're making that a possibility while ignoring, all the great Asian leads of the past. It's just, same thing with Brie Larson, but, girls can be scandalous, what he's doing, it's just, I don't know. And yeah, I am sexist, but it's different because he's a guy. I'm trying to avoid using the phrase man up, but dude, like grow a set.
Right? Oh God, I can't fathom somebody like him in that position turning around and then trying to play victim when your movie's about to drop and then expecting people to to watch it and want to support you after they hear your punk ass make these comments. It's ridiculous, man. It really is. Superfan says, Boba Fett, what you gonna do when he falls on you? My sketchbook 340. What's up, bro? What's up?
Just this year, we've gotten Snake Eyes. We've gotten Mortal Kombat. Okay. A couple years ago, before everything went nuts and the theaters were still open, I mean, everybody was talking about Crazy Rich Asians.
Yep.
It's just old. Like one of the talking points of Ant-Man and the Wasp is Randall Park, and then he basically takes a supporting kind of, and in some episodes, a leading role in WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even need to spew all this because he doesn't even believe what he's saying. It's just there is no truth but power. All it matters is what I can say right now to get me through. Simu Liu doesn't believe what he's saying. He's just an ideological prick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but I'm going to speak up for Bruce Lee because he was a big part of my childhood. I remember watching Kung Fu The Legend Continues with my grandpa, and that was, some sentimental moments for me. And to have this prick that, again, I am more welcome in China than this asshole is. And to have him come out, it reminds me of this guy I used to deal cards with, okay? And his family was of Jewish faith, but he would constantly talk about he didn't believe in God, he hated religion, this, that, the other. But the moment he could use his identity, well, as a Jewish man, this offends me. The moment he could do that, he would. Like, I thought you hated religion, bro. Like, pick your lane of crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing is like when you don't stand for anything, you can just apply this insane rationalization and mental gymnastics to everything you do, and that's what he's doing to justify what he's saying. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of like the actress from the live action Mulan thanking the Hong Kong police during pro-democracy protests in was it Beijing or Hong Kong? I'm sorry, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, yeah.
I'm an idiot.
That's all the same.
I shouldn't have eaten an edible first thing. But no, it's just my sketchbook says, did Simu say something about Bruce Lee? No, he didn't say anything about Bruce Lee. I don't think he did.
He did though. He did.
Did he specifically say something about Bruce Lee, or is it just the comments about no Asian superheroes, which is bullshit?
He's taking Bruce Lee's credit. So to not even say his name is almost in a way worse.
Yeah.
At least you're giving him recognition then, but you're acting like you're coming over into America in the 1960s, a blooming film industry and shit, and proving everybody wrong about lead actors. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. It's not even. This is projected to be the worst opening Marvel movie. Get over yourself, dude.
Yeah, he's. I think he's. I think he's a little bit full of himself. Just a bit full of himself, and he's got this new large platform, and it was he's got this huge large platform, and he thinks he's immune to and above critique because of what ethnicity he is, and he's just opening himself up for more criticism, not because of his ethnicity, but because of who he is as a person and what he represents and the hypocrisy that he spews. It's absolutely ridiculous to see this. What about these actors are slaves? They're just doing what they're told. They are just soulless creatures who parrot what they expect their masters to want. That's about it, honestly. What about? And I'm sure Tony's probably going to work, so we will we'll catch back up with Tony when he's able to join back in. Yep, Trey's in the background. My sketchbook. Let me highlight your comment here. Wow, that's horseshit. Lee paved the way for many Asian leads, maybe because he's Korean and he actually hates Chinese. See, Simu, this guy is, he is not, he's not, hey, stop chewing on the cord, you little, but anyway, see, look at what about says, hail Tony. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous to not give Bruce Lee the credit that he's deserved. And I'm not even a huge Bruce Lee fan. I'm not. But I damn well respect exactly what that man did, because as far as martial arts go, man, he was a god. Clown World says, yeah, my headset disconnected, but I do have to get into work, so thank you guys for letting me rant this morning. Oh, brother, you're welcome. It's you're home here on the channel, and we appreciate you, bro. We do. So yeah, man. If you can jump back on, if I'm still going live, man, you're more than welcome to, because I'm already over an hour and a half here. We're probably because I've got articles on articles to cover still, and I want to talk a little bit of Dune, but first I want to go into this article right here, and discuss it, because it is bad. But I'm gonna need another cup of coffee for that, so I'm gonna hit up some memes here. Let's play a bumper. You know what? No, we're not going to play a bumper. We're going to play Wakanda Land. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the chat, make sure you've hit the like button. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is from Tony over in the Clown World Review. My brother, my co-host, one of my best friends on earth. And the fire turkey. Mini Etep's in the house. And now he's dancing in the background. So here we go. Here's Wakanda Land while I refill my coffee.
Do you ever look around at your continent and feel a little down? Ashamed of where you come from? Do you ever see your parents offered up to a Libyan warlord from your cage and silently wish to yourself, reality can be whatever I want? My friends, are you simply hungry?
Hi, I'm trans non-binary Disney CEO Bob Chapek, and I'm inviting you to experience the other side of reality. Relax, recuperate, and reinvent yourself at our newest and most diverse Walt Disney World Resort. When real life doesn't quite cut it, come experience our version of Africa. Introducing Wakanda Land.
Book your reservation at Wakanda Land today and get a free 30-day trial to Lucasfilm writer Leslie Headland's new dating app, Wine and Dynasty. It's a sure thing every time. Available for download through the App Store or Google Play.
All right, here we are. Big shout out to Tony for that, and we're working on a new one for you guys. We gotta sit down and do our little writers panel and get the script honed in. But Tony was like, "Hey, we got to do this." I'm like, "I love the idea," and I'm not telling you guys anything. We're not gonna tell you guys what it is. It's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna love it, just like the Gina Carano leaked footage. But unfortunately, this is something you're not gonna love. I wish it was. Walt Disney Company Reimagine Tomorrow, where we all belong. Reimagine Tomorrow. Disney.com. Hashtag Reimagine Tomorrow together. Disney moves forward with Reimagine Tomorrow campaign despite being exposed as a part of critical race theory movement. This from September 1st. A couple days ago, we were slated to cover this on the program Wednesday night because Mr. Beans just KO'd a bunch of DVDs behind me and Blu-rays. Beans.
Dad, I can get them.
It's okay, bud. And here. All right. Come on over. Come here.
I have my undies on.
The camera's off.
Okay, good.
So you want to say hi to the chat?
Hi, chat.
All right, let's see who we got. Say hi. Say hi to Superfan.
Hi, Superfan.
Say hi to Tony.
Hi, Tony. You fired turkey.
Fire turkey. Say hi to What About.
Hi, what about?
And my sketchbook 340.
Like, what if?
Like what if? Yeah, it's what about? What if? My sketchbook 340.
Hi, sketchbook 340.
Glinzer.
Hi, Glinzer.
Nano Reaper.
Nano Reaper.
Let's see who else we have. Let me scroll up. The Prime Mover.
Hi, Prime Mover.
Let's see who else we have up here, buddy. Tina Bojan.
Hi, Tina Bojan.
Just Another Red Shirt.
Hi, just another red shirt like red gay.
Keely Chow.
Hi, Keely Chow.
Let's see who else we have. Let's keep scrolling.
I'm gonna literally beat you.
Brutal Morningwood.
Hi, Brutal Morningwood. Oh, and I'm gonna smack your computer with this if you don't stop.
You're not. Oh, Chef Nation.
Hi, Chef Nation.
Pursuing Paranormal.
Bean, stop.
Say hi to Pursuing Paranormal.
Hi. What?
Just say hi to Cody.
Hi, Cody.
There. Let's see who else. And that's about it right now. Let's go down and see what the comments are. Oh, my sketchbook said, "Oh, hi, Trey."
Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, guess what, Dad?
What? Don't hit my phone with that. Nano Reaper says, "Hail, mini me tap." And Glinzer says, "Good morning, Mini Tap."
What does everyone say?
That's what they're saying. They're saying, "Good morning, Mini Tap."
Okay.
All right, buddy. Go get the kitten. Hey, keep him away from the Yeti.
Why?
He's been chewing on Nat's Yeti. She's gonna bite him if he does that.
Me. What?
All right. So here we are. Thank you. Thanks, Trey. Go play with him out in the den. No, take that out in the den. So we're talking about reimagining tomorrow here, to bring it back in, reel it in a little bit. Is Trey's in the background trying to wrangle wrangle the cat out of the kitten out of the living room. It's kind of hard to talk about a serious article when he's out here like playing with a cat toy. All right, so here we are, back on Bounding into Comics. Like I said, we got to give these guys. I got to get John on the channel. You know what, man? 90% of the articles I use are yours because they don't have a they don't have a slant. They don't really have a defined slant. I'm sorry, they don't. I like that. It's a common sense approach to journalism, and it's just laying out the facts for you. The Walt Disney Company decided to move forward with their Reimagine Tomorrow campaign, despite it being exposed as part of the anti-white movement, more commonly known as critical race theory. According to documents obtained by journalist Christopher F. Rufo, published in May, Disney's Reimagine Tomorrow campaign included training on systemic racism, white privilege, white fragility, white saviors, microaggressions, and anti-racism.
I got him.
Let me see him.
Oh, he's tooted.
Oh, great. So here's the tweet right here, and yep, I'll let you guys say hi to him. Here he is. Hang on. Here's Mr. Beans.
All right, here's what he likes.
No, not while I'm holding him. Yeah, this is he's gotten a little bit bigger since we brought him home. He's got some cool spots on him too. This is Mr. Beans. So yeah, I'm showing off my cats. I'm Brie Larson. I'm a cat, except I'm a dude. I'm just kidding. I'm not. God, that's a horrible. Why would I say that?
Dad, look at me. I didn't know you did it.
All right, so back here to the article. Here's the tweet and showing the Reimagine Tomorrow where we all belong. Allyship for race consciousness. What I can do about racism. Be an anti-racism discussion guide. And this is the thing. I'm not making fun of being anti-racist. I'm making fun of Disney acting like people aren't anti-racist as it is. It's like and here this is the beautiful part of this, and I want to see what people are saying in the chat. Disney promotes CRT. Color me shocked, says my sketchbook. Yeah. Ugh. It's so cringeworthy. It is, isn't it though? I mean, look at this. In the documents, Disney claims the murders of Breonna Taylor, Sean Reed, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Tony McDade, Nina Pop, Rayshard Brooks, Adam Traore, and countless others are a long part of systemic racism and transphobia. Isn't it?
Are you fucking high?
I just, here it is right here. The documents also instruct white and non-black people to examine and work through feelings of guilt, shame, and defensiveness to understand what is beneath them and what needs to be healed. This is great. So we'll read through this. Consider the ways multiple dimensions of identity, race, gender identity, sexual orientation, disability, socioeconomic, veterans, can make people vulnerable to interlocking forms of bias or systems of exclusion. For example, black, transgender, and non-gender conforming people face one of the highest levels of discrimination. Source, the National Alphabet Task Force. What? So, black, transgender, and non-gender conforming people face the highest levels of non-gender conforming people because there's like none of them. I'm sorry. Do we have to placate mental illness now? Is that where we're at? Nano Reaper. George Floyd died of a drug overdose. Yep. Do you have horrible lemur feet too? No, I do not. CRT is as relevant as cathode ray tubes. Enough is enough. Nah, they're just a long list of justified shootings. What, too soon? Nah, man. No, I don't disagree. The only one that I can think of all the shootings that caused an uproar was the guy that got shot in the back. Now that obviously was.
Can I pour the Gatorade?
No, you cannot. Not, it's purple Gatorade over light colored carpet. I think not, son. No, the shooting, and I don't know where that was. I cannot remember. But all I know is that that was obviously racially motivated. Do not touch it yet. The lid is not on. So that obviously was, ridiculously racist and wrong. And I mean, obviously, any kind of crime. Hey, take this and put it back in the refrigerator, please, and thank you, and then go.
Okay, thank you. Therefore, put it in the freezer.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like you can't sit back and look at these things rationally. And the whole say his name thing is just. Or say their name, blah, blah, blah. And they included that in Candyman, which really makes me want to see that even less than I already did before because Jordan Peele's a POS. I don't know. This whole, yeah. Let's see, wait. My sketchbook says, where are they pushing that? At Disney Parks, they're going to build a woke museum, woke exhibit. Oh, Mr. Bean's the Lego killer. That's pretty much right, Adam. Cathode ray tubes are still useful, Glinzer. Critical race theory is not. God, yeah, these people they're insane. They are. We're gonna go back over here to this though. Can we say their rap sheet instead? Oh, dude. Yep, that's the thing. And I'm not saying because people have done things in the past, they deserve something like that to happen to them. But if they've done all that in the past and they're a recidivist, which 95% of these folks are, they're recidivists. They and we know the word recidivist and recidivating, or not recidivating, but recidivism is, we know what it is, and that's what these folks were. They're a lot of them are criminals, and you surround yourself with criminals, and bad things happen. It's like Herman Edwards said, there's nothing good at a bar, nothing good happens in a bar after midnight, and that's right. Nothing good ever happens at the club after 2 a.m. It doesn't. So you gotta surround yourself with people who aren't going to put you in situations, or put yourself in situations. Have some goddamn common sense and don't put yourself in situations like this. And don't try to say that this is, these shootings are racially motivated. This is, and that's what they're propagating. That's what they're pushing. Read public posts by Black authors to understand emotional complexity of navigating the workplace. Proactively seek out Black stories that reflect success, joy, and creativity. Black history and Black experiences are more than just traumatic stories. Share your learnings with colleagues, friends, and family, including kids and teens who are not allies. Be thoughtful about inundating your Black colleagues with your newfound learnings. I talked about this the other night in the air. My local public library is having a woke reading group for teenagers, and they have a whole. I was talking to one of the other parents at my son's school, and like I said, he goes to a private school for a reason. They have a woke reading section at the library. I'm just like, I was going to start taking, because Trey and I went there a couple times for some crafting and stuff this summer. They have little activities for kids over the summer, and I was going to take him up there, but I was like, no, after that, I'm like, no, we're not doing that. And I don't live in like a heavy, like, shall we say, like that kind of area. There's not that many folks that subscribe to that mindset around here. My sketchbook, Peel went completely off the reservation, even after the fact that half of his skits would be deemed inappropriate by woke standards, right? My sketchbook 340 also says, good on Key for getting away from Peel's crazy dumbass. Exactly. Nano Reaper says, who cares about the color of the author? I just want to read a good story. Exactly. But these people look at that like that's racist or something. Being introspective will allow you to explore dimensions of your identity, affect your lived experience in ways to manage your emotions without inadvertently burdening others. Recognize the power and privilege you have based on who you are. Consider your motivation as an ally now. Reflect on the questions below. As a person who aspires to be an ally, how have you shown up in the past? How can you affect change in your sphere of influence? Is there an opportunity to share your learning with other allies? This is why I hate this word, ally. What happened to just being a good person? What happened to just being a good fucking person? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why these people think that this is Glenzer. It's a woke world after all. It's a woke world. There we go. The vocal stylings of Mr. Itepokuian this morning. Let's go back over here. Reflect on the diversity of your personal and professional networks and how racial and other dimensions of your identity give or do not give you access to and advantage. Proximity to black people or being part of a marginalized group does not mean you cannot harbor bias. Acknowledge your emotional reactions in this process, the source of discomfort, and productive ways to address it. Examine and work through feelings of guilt, shame, and defensiveness to understand what is beneath them and what needs to be healed. Recognize your colleagues are also processing the ways in which the pandemic is disproportionately affecting the black community. And this is why I hate this mentality, because they want to coddle the black community as if the black community cannot take care of itself. Like there's like and this is the most racist thing. This is why these people are way the worst kind of people. Are far more, they're the most racist people out there, next to like the Klan and the actual Yahtzees. Because they treat these marginalized communities, quote unquote, you're the Latino populace, the black populace, all these marginalized, these quote unquote marginalized groups, these weirdos, these weirdo white, they're white liberals, let's say it. And I don't say that to disparage all liberals, because I have liberal friends that aren't insane. They're classic liberals though. That's this new, it's basically communism, socialism type mentality. And I don't want to get on politics, but this is kind of intertwined with it. Stuart Smalley is taking over the left. That's it. Nano Reaper says, just how are black people getting more screwed over than the rest of us by the pandemic? Well, I guess most of they want to make the unvaccinated population, the people who are unvaccinated, seem like they're all like white country ass Trump supporters. And when I guess the largest part of the population that's not vaccinated is the urban, inner city black community. So it's they're of course propagating a false narrative to try to, they're trying to correlate January 6th with not being vaccinated with Donald Trump, and that's a problem. That's very disingenuous, and it does a disservice, and it causes more of a divide in the country. Like I said, they try to use all these this race stuff to divide the country, and that didn't work. So now they're like, okay, well, we'll just use a pandemic, So that's where it is. And before I get a Q sticker or anything, I have to say that if you're thinking about the jab or anything, consult your doctor. It's not my job to lecture you on that or sway you one way or the other. Consult your physician, not anybody on YouTube or on television, when it comes to your own personal health and your health care. Yep, the pandemic. That's, yeah, Superfan says just blame Trump for everything. Well, they do. They do. This from the same people that came up with the term food desert to refer to large urban areas. Oh, God. You do use Snowflake. That's about right. Darius Munchausen, morning eats up. Morning, Darius. We're talking critical race theory here. Trey said good morning from the den. Yeah, we're talking critical race theory and Disney's Reimagine Tomorrow program here. As I have cats running all over the place. Let's see, where are we at? I can't believe this is happening. Wait. If you feel confused, shocked, or have recently awakened to, if you've recently gotten woke. Oh, I hate it. I hate that term. I hate it. I had somebody try to shame me a couple years ago, because I was, about 2-3 years ago. when I said the only time the word woke should ever be used is when you say, I just woke up. That's it. And that being woke up from being asleep, not this metaphorical, apparently this applies to me now.
You've got to do better.
I got to do better. I've got to do better. Let's see. I hate to explain why whiny white liberals that most Americans have cars. Oh, I know. But yeah. Let's see. If you're feeling confused, shocked, or have recently awakened to systemic racism, recognize that this is probably not new to your black African-American colleagues. Avoid messages like, I can't believe this is happening. The murders of Breonna Taylor, Sean Reed, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Tony McDade, Nina Pop, Rashard Brooks, Adam Traore, and countless others are being part of a long history of systemic racism and transphobia. In solidarity with U.S. protests, we are seeing similar protests due to police brutality targeted to black people around the world. The current unrest represents a tipping point at the heightened awareness of the movement. No, it's all bullshit. It's all a tool. It's all a tool. These, like I said, these, and if the correlation I'm about to draw is if you point out the fact. Never mind. I don't want to burden anybody with facts or get too political, but. I mean, if you look at crime statistics from the CDC, from the FBI, you'll see the real truth of the numbers. And yeah, it's sad. It's truly sad that that's what it's come to in this country. But it's just, that's where we're at. Let's see. Woke is an anagram of Ewok, but both have earned the ire of many. Racism is a fool. Fools. That's, they're just, like I said, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist at all. That's not what I'm saying. That would be naivete at its finest, No, what I'm saying is there's not evil, snarling Nazis waiting around every corner. There's not, white supremacists lurking around every corner to hurt, minorities and such and other ethnicities. What?
I just saw Beans slap Meech and try to jump on him.
Well, they were playing.
Okay.
My sketchbooks, the numbers debunk their theory. It does. It truly does. But yeah, you can't source the FBI crime database. Oh yeah, and I have. I looked those numbers up and have used those in comment threads and still get called racist. Because, and this dates all the way back to, say, I don't know. I mean, I remember, the OJ thing. I remember, here's a Rodney King. I'm from Michigan, and, Malice Green in Detroit. There was a lot of this in the early, in the 90s. And it's just, it's sad, but at the same time, when you've got criminals doing criminal things and then they happen to get killed by a police officer, it's like, and I'm not talking small stuff. I'm talking like, hey, what was the one, Michael Brown's the perfect example of that. They burned an entire city down, torched cars, because a criminal got killed for trying to murder a police officer. It's ridiculous. And like I said, I don't want to get too far off on this because I don't want to alienate anybody in my audience. I truly don't. But I don't want to, I feel like I need to set up context for some of the things I say because people like to soundbite and clip things and use that to, come back and try to damage people later down the line, which they'll do anyway. So I'm not, and like I said, you guys in the chat have been, most of you have been around for a while, and you know what I mean. Glinzer says, Howard Stern was at his best during the OJ insanity. Stern and Kevin Smith are kindred spirits now. Yeah, I gave up on Howard Stern long time ago. My sketchbook says, Adam, not all racist, but all have some sort of racial prejudice based on stereotypes and bias. Yeah. Everybody has some kind of bias, and if you say you don't, you're lying to yourself, and it doesn't have to be against an ethnic group. It really doesn't. It could be against just things that people do that aren't based on, ethnicity, but just bad habits, annoying things, idiosyncrasies and things of the like. So let's jump back into this here. Man, we're over 2 hours now. I'm spoiling you guys today. I really am. Let's see. Be accountable. Be involved. Oh, this is good. Do not question or debate black colleagues' lived experience. For example, are you sure they meant it that way? Quote, it's not a race thing, or I'm playing devil's advocate. Instead, reverse judgment and offer statements of validation if someone shares their experience. Acknowledge and listen with empathy when black colleagues share their experiences. Avoid saying, I feel you, I have been there, and instead say, I hear you, and tell me more about what that felt like. Avoid conflating the black experience with other communities of color. While other people of color are subject to racism, there is a unique history that has led to anti-black racism in the ways that in which it shows up. This is propaganda. This is nothing but propaganda. As we said, yes, we acknowledge that it exists, but at the same time, like I said, you're acting like people are out there like in the streets, actively attacking black people, and it's not happening. Now, you might get attacked by somebody wearing all black with a Antifa logo on something. That happens, and people have been executed by Antifa members on camera in Portland. But that's not a story we're ready to talk about yet, because Antifa is just an ideology, isn't it? It's not really a group, right? And I'm a bigot for even for even suggesting such. Stern was a showhound like Cucker Tarleson. He's about his career, not the message. I liked Stern back in the day when he was just being, lewd, and he was funny. Let's see. One of the modules titled, What Can I Do About Racism? Even implies that employees should reject equality in favor of equity. Weren't we talking about that earlier, how equity is bullshit? It states equality is a noble goal. Equal treatment and access to opportunities help each of us perform our best within a shared set of parameters, but we really need to be striving for equity, where we focus on equality of outcome, not equality of the experience, by taking individual needs and skills into account. What? Yeah, no. That's not how that works. That's not how it works at all. Equity is bullshit. I'm sorry, equity is that is bullshit. That is utterly ridiculous. Yeah, and that's it. My sketchbook. To me, I've never felt like that. And I'm being perfectly honest. Not once in my life have I had looked at another race and been like, you're inferior to me because of the color of my skin or the melanin count. You know what I mean? It doesn't compute. Like I said, I refuse to be racist because it's so much easier, and there's so many other things to dislike about people on an individual basis than to make broad sweeping generalizations based on ethnicity, which has no idea, has no basis in reality. Like if you hate somebody because of the color of their skin, you're a piece of shit, and you should just jump off a fucking cliff. You should. You really should. And I'm being 100% serious. I don't advocate that, but I advocate that. If you're that much of an asshole, like that, you look at somebody and be like, you don't even know him, you don't know anything about him, you have no frame of reference, you're just like, I don't like you because you're X and I'm Y, is just jump off a cliff with the rest of the lemmings and assholes. Glinzer, equity of outcome in sports too, right? That would be the goal, I suppose. Following Rufo's reporting on these documents in May, Disney responded with a statement that read, these internal documents are being deliberately distorted as a reflective company policy, when in fact their purpose was to allow diversity it's supposed to be thought and discussion on the incredibly complex and challenging issues of race and discrimination that we as a society and companies nationwide are facing. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I know. I'm sorry, bud. This is like, what did the civil rights movement mean nothing? Like, did it mean nothing? They added Disney. The Disney brand has a long history of inclusivity. The story is, hey, what about Song of the South, Disney? What about what about shrinking John Boyega down on a poster for China to get those sweet, sweet commie dollars? But you're so inclusive and diverse, right? The acceptance and tolerance and celebrate people's differences. And we have consistently demonstrated in popular films such as Moana, Coco, Black Panther, Soul, and Raya and the Last Dragon. And as a global entertainment company, we are committed to continuing to tell stories that reach the rich diversity of the human experience. What a joke. ETEP is not afraid to start the day off with the heavy topics. No, you know what? I like I said, this was on the docket the other night on Wednesday, and we had 5 people on, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to take this one on myself. I am. I think the civil rights movement never happened because it was pre-2016. I think that's what it is. Rufo would then report in May, multiple sources have told me that Disney's completely removed its diversity inclusion program from the company's website, effectively scrubbing it out of existence. He would go on to claim Disney was peddling the most toxic elements of CRT, and my reporting led to immediate change within the company. The truth is simple. Corporate diversity and inclusion is a scam. It's a reputation laundering mechanism for corporations and divides Americans into competing racial categories. Shut it down, he concluded. Absolutely right. Let's see. While Rufo claimed the alleged removal of the diversity inclusion program a major victory, Disney has just launched their Reimagine Tomorrow campaign with a brand new video. I don't know if I'm going to get copywritten for this. I don't even think I shared the audio. We're not going to watch it. As you can see the trailer above, Disney implies that a young black kid is seen as a criminal, an elderly Middle Eastern man is seen as a foreigner, and a woman in a leadership role is bossy. The trailer concludes by saying that Disney commits today to showing magic in every life. However, when you go to Reimagine Tomorrow's website, it specifically says Reimagine Tomorrow is our way of amplifying underrepresented voices and untold stories, as well as championing the importance of accurate representation in media and entertainment. Because we are all greater than a single story, and we all deserve to feel seen, heard, and understood. If you look at the section of the website labeled Our Intentions, they clearly state by 2022, 50% of regular and recurring characters across Disney General Entertainment and Scripted will be from underrepresented groups. Wow. Wow. So even if it doesn't make sense to the story, you still have to include this bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Oof. What about says Disney deleting the document doesn't mean they stopped the programming. It's evident in their content. Yes, it absolutely is. My sketchbook. My kid's teacher was one of the woke that was dropped in the cleanse of woke teachers. He was let go 2 weeks ago. Nice. That's good. That's a win for the education system. Those who say don't judge people by skin color did a lot of judging on someone who had orange skin, right? The people at Disney need to be driven off of cliffs is what about? Pretty much. Nano Reaper, damn, they turned on the virtue signal hard for that one. Oh, yeah, they turned that all the way up. My sketchbook, right after Glinzer, which is more of a minority than a white man. What do you need, bud? No, you don't need one. You have your cup.
I already drank it all.
Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna play a bumper and grab Trey something to drink. If you guys are still into it, let me know in the chat if you're still in there hanging out. We'll keep going for a few more minutes here. We'll get through this article, and then I want to talk about Dune. But let me hit this bumper up real quick here, and we will be right back.
You're my mom.
The #1 song for the 10,000th week in a row. Hiya, hiya, hiya.
Hiya, 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 hiya.
All right, here we are. We're back. Sorry about that, folks. Like I said, the pratfalls of having your 6-year-old, 2 cats, a dog, and the wife all in the house at the same time. I'm using you as an excuse not to go run errands. Well, hey, man, I'm glad to help out. I'm glad to help out, brother. Absolutely. You know, you guys are here with me, so if I can do you the favor of getting you out of doing something you don't want to do because you're listening, yeah. And I have been going for 2 hours and 13 minutes, and you guys are still here strong in the chat. I appreciate it. I do. This is, we've had a great show today, and we're going to keep this going. Let me acknowledge these comments. 50% of characters must be non-white in a country that is 76.3% white. Source: U.S. Census Bureau. Sure, I can go a little longer. I'm waiting on a call from a realtor made on an offer on 72 acres in South Dakota. Damn. Nice. My sketchbook. That Native Family Guy joke always gets me. Dude, and that's it. Like, y'all see the kind of stuff that I play. I make fun of everybody, including myself, regularly. So this is the thing that somebody like one of these weirdos would find offensive, that I just played that. And they're like, oh my God, he's making fun of Native Americans. Did you hear it? It was hiya, hiya, hiya. That's so stereotypical and problematic. Dude, Seth MacFarlane made that, and Seth MacFarlane's woke. Like, you know what I mean? It's like these people will eat their own without even thinking twice about it. So it's like, how are you going to sit back and lecture me? Okay? You see what I'm saying? How are you going to sit back and lecture me about what's inappropriate and what's problematic?
It's my final four.
Oh no. All right, hang on. We gotta go to this here. Hang on. Let me turn the camera on.
Hi.
Trey's got his outfit on.
And
He's got Mr. Beans. So you're a cat too? Or are you like one of the wild things from here? Hang on. Let me pull this around here. Let me see the cat. Here, show off your outfit there. There you go, dude. We'll take a little break from the critical race theory for a cuteness infusion here.
All right, I will see him.
Okay, there you go. Take Mr. Beans.
Nope, my name isn't Trey anymore.
Okay.
It's Mr. Beans.
I refuse to refer to you as Mr. Beans. That's the cat's name.
No, I'm Beans.
You see what I deal with here? See what I deal with? Oh, yeah, like I said, this is live. This is live, folks. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's move back to the article here. It's clear that the campaign is not to show the magic in every life, but only for whatever Disney defines as underrepresented groups. And while Rufio claims, I'm not supposed to call him Rufio. While Rufio claims the trainings were deleted, it's hard not to imagine the entire campaign was built on the underlying racist ideas those trainings conveyed. So that's reimagine tomorrow. And I can't imagine tomorrow looking any worse than that. And that is like, I don't know what, why? It's like, what if Disney wasn't racist and hated white people? You know, what if Disney didn't hate white people and the fact that there are white people that exist? Because they act like they want to, they want to just purge the earth of white folks. Is it Tanuki Mario outfit? It's just like a little outfit that he got, and I think we got it for him for his birthday. And he's been waiting for it to be like cool enough to wear it, and it's like, I don't know, 70, and it's kind of chilly in the house, so he wanted to go put it on. Yep, but he loves Mario, dude. He loves Mario and Luigi. He's waiting Walt's head must be spinning in the cryo tank. It's like in Futurama. He's just a head in a jar. But no, so that Reimagine Tomorrow thing, that's like the juiced up version of CRT, I think. Seriously, like it is. It's on it's on frickin' steroids at this point. Yeah, Trey is Trey he loves those little costumes like that, man. Like he's got a Bumblebee outfit. I was like, he looks like the damn thing, the dude in the Blind Melon video. He looks like an Ewok chieftain. Yeah, what's his Low Gray. The only Ewok Star Wars action figure that I have. What's up, man?
I have some socks on.
We got socks on. Those got feet on them. Those are still long on you. My sketchbook said you look like the Ewok chieftain.
Oh, wait. What who?
My sketchbook. He said you look like the Low Gray.
Can I talk to him?
You're talking to him right now.
Sketchbook 3D. I look like a beautiful kitty. And my dad right here is choked. He's getting choked by a kitty.
You see what I deal with here?
Okay. Oh, dang, guess what? Kitty attack!
I'm getting dog toys thrown at me now. No, I'm right by the TV and you just hit my computer.
Sorry.
I don't have the technical difficulty GIF, but if I did, I would have played it right there. Yeah. He's Mini Tep is now Ewok Wakui, and he's a tiny he does look like a tiny Ewok in that outfit. Nano Reaper, between Galaxy Cruise and Reimagine Tomorrow, Disney is heading for a rough financial quarters. Oh, I can't wait. I hope they do, and that's the thing is like I really hope they do suffer some financial strife. They deserve it. It's well deserved. Okay, I lied. I've got a couple more articles I want to talk about here. This one just briefly, though, because I thought it was funny. And yeah, we're back on Bounding into Comics. Pop star Olivia Rodrigo faces backlash after revealing she grew up thinking being a pop star was, quote, a white girl thing. I have no idea who Olivia Rodrigo is. I just saw this and thought it would be funny. This is Josh Berger from Bounding into Comics. Pop star and former Disney star Olivia Rodrigo found herself facing some backlash on social media after admitting she grew up thinking only white girls became pop stars. In a relatively recent interview with V Magazine conducted by comedian Bowen Yang, Rodrigo was praised by the Saturday Night Live player for doing something very radical by just existing as a musician and the way you are as this Asian artist. Huh? What? She's Asian? Huh? And only white girls become pop stars? Yeah, Glinzer just pointed out she grew up not knowing J-Lo, Shakira, Beyonce, or Rihanna. Yeah, mental gymnastics again. These people they do mental gymnastics that would make Simone Biles' head spin. My sketchbook says, man, you and your kids' show will be fire. Oh, yeah, it's going to be. Yep. We are just waiting. We are just waiting to launch, man. I got to be in the right setup, and we're not there right now. Walt was just frozen to be unfrozen. Only when Nambla is an actual. Oh, who would be the head of that? Jeffrey Epstein. Oh wait, no, never mind. Kevin Spacey. Oh shit, Arquette. Yeah, I can go there with that dark humor too. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not James Gunn though, so yeah, this girl is Asian. Okay, so so we covered that. I don't know if that ever factors into the way that you approach your career, Yang continued, but if I think about that too much, I get overwhelmed, and so I only open that drawer every now and then. How often do you open the drawer? What? In reply, Rodrigo stated, I think we share a lot in that sort of space, and that's incredible to think about. I sometimes get DMs from little girls being like, I've never seen someone who looked like me in your position, and I'm literally going to cry these. Like, just thinking about it, Rodrigo added, I feel like I grew up never seeing that and was like, always like, pop star, that's a white girl thing. Jesus. Okay, so this explains it. Olivia Rodrigo is a Filipino American. So she's American. She was probably born here. Born in 2003. Olivia Rodrigo, Filipino American background, so to a certain degree, one could sympathize with her sentiment. However, her comments definitely come off as uneducated, especially considering there are plenty of pop stars who don't really fall into this white girl category, including a number of whom came well before she was born in 2003. Oh my God. Yeah, so this is just she's just a dumb kid, basically. Social media users were quick to call the former Disney star for her tone-deaf comments, especially because Rodrigo didn't liberate. Yes, sir.
Oh, can you put this on my hand?
Yep. So you've got a cat outfit on, and I'm putting Captain America socks on your hands?
No. Yep, and I have Ninja Turtles.
And Ninja Turtle socks on your feetsies?
Yep.
All right, there you go.
I'm going to go show my mom. Oh, that you forgot to see.
Wait, what do you want to see?
I want them to see.
Oh, okay, here, hang on. There you go. Wait, oh, hang on.
Hi.
Here.
Hi.
Wait. There we go.
Hi.
And yes, that's... Wait, hang on. Hold your hand still. Turn it on. Put it like this. And it's Steve. That's who's Captain America, Steve Rogers. All right, see you later, buddy.
Show him.
No, go.
Tell them I have Ninja Turtle socks on.
They just heard you. We're going to fight with sticks if you don't go.
Okay, I'll eat a bench it.
What? Anyway, Olivia Rodrigo is a white girl. Stop it. And this is looks like Ashley Yates. She is a black woman. Olivia Rodrigo, and then it just details page 6. God. Mocking Rodrigo's comments, Washington Examiner Justice Department reporter Jerry Dunleavy sarcastically wrote, Olivia Rodrigo, the first non-white pop star. That's freaking funny. That is funny. Psychologist Gad Saad, I don't know, provided a short list of pop stars that are most definitely not white girls, throwing a wrench in Rodrigo's previous assumption about the industry's demographics. So we have Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, Aretha Franklin, Donna Summer, Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, James Brown. Yeah. Saad then doubles down, letting the pop star know that he never liked the Jackson 5 because I didn't want to support a group made of 5 white girls, whilst also adding sarcastically, of course, the female singing group The Supremes also didn't get his support for the same reason. That is awesome. See, people like this need to be shamed. I'm sorry. Your stupidity opens you up for this. Ugh. My sketchbook, Rodrigo looks like every super skinny Latina in my middle school. Says, yeah, my kid is about her age and can name off more diverse pop stars than her, right? Glinzer, not long now before Olivia licks a donut and puts it back. Oh, God. Wait, she is Filipino? There's a Puerto Rican Filipino singer, songwriter, Bruno Mars. Yes, exactly. What?
Hi.
Oh, my God.
Hi. This is from last year. I had 4.
It was 2 years ago. Actually, almost. Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
And I had this on for Halloween. Okay, now I'm leaving. Because you're no fun.
Do you want to fight? You wait till I'm done. We're gonna fight.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Glinzer says Mini Groot. Yep, he was Groot when he was like. Me and my former co-host were at a Comic-Con here 2.5 years ago, and Trey was Groot. I was Nick Fury. Love you too, buddy. God, stupid dog toys. I was Nick Fury, and she was Spider-Gwen, and Trey was Groot. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun. He actually won first prize in the cosplay deal, which it wasn't too serious because it was just a little group costume. You know, I made it or anything. But yeah, so Olivia Rodrigo is an idiot. Whittle. Oh, Bill Whittle. Peter Whittle. I thought it was Bill Whittle. British politician Peter Whittle, also unimpressed by Rodrigo's comments, writing, let's see, he said Whitney Houston, Diana Ross, Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin. Also asserted that Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, and Nina Simone were some of the greatest voices of the 20th century. And he is not wrong. At Last by Ella Fitzgerald. Great. So, I mean, there's so many. Yeah, this girl just got, she got owned. She got owned. Nano Reaper, the first rule about K-pop is we don't talk about K-pop. Oh, God. Groot is proof Vin Diesel can act.
It's about family. The family, eh?
That was like a Vin Diesel mixed with Sylvester Stallone.
Hey, yo, with the family, me the King Shark, nom 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 nom.
Now he's calling me King Shark. Great. Now I'm going to deal with that the rest of the day. I'll be called King Shark for the remainder of the day. Well, they're leaving him and the wife are leaving in 4 hours and 13 minutes. Not that I'm keeping track or anything. That they'll be out the door shortly after 4 o'clock when my wife gets out of work, because she couldn't take any extra time off today. Because next weekend we will be in Cincinnati, Ohio for Horror Hound. So if you're in the greater Cincinnati area, come on out and join us. We'll be hanging out with Nick Glenn from Echo Base, the World Class Bullshitters, and whoever else, Angelus Draven. Which is going to be a blast. I get to meet Draven.
What about the family?
Oh, God. My sketchbook E-Tep needs to drunk stream K-pop karaoke. Maybe we'll do that on Trey and I's channel.
Did you just say me?
What?
Did you say me?
What do you want, you goon?
Help.
Get your socks out of my face.
These are not the socks from my face.
These are not the... What do you want? What do you want with these? Back on your hands?
Yes, because I had to go potty.
Oh, thanks for sharing. Mind you, we're live here.
Hug Daddy.
Okay. I love you.
I love you, Daddy.
All right, go play. What? Hey! I love you too.
I'm gonna get something to eat.
No, you're not. You just put socks on your hands.
I don't care.
It's going to be lunchtime as soon as Dad's done here, buddy. So you need to do a Braveheart Freedom stream as soon as they're gone for the weekend. You know what? I might just upload that gift to Twitter as soon as they leave. Like, freedom! No. But yes.
No.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Or I will yeet a cat stand at
You're going to yeet a cat stand at me?
Yeah.
I don't even think you could pick that thing. Never mind. That's not, no.
I can pick that up when I'm 40.
When I'm 40?
Yeah. And then you're going to get destroyed.
See, he just threatened me. I don't feel safe right now. Well, that's wait, LDG says, got a jet for a minute. About to do my What's on YouTube morning 5-minute stream. I'll shout you out, boss. Be back shortly. I am going to end it right here, actually, LDG. So I'm going to come over and watch you live, and we need to talk. DM me. We'll talk. We're gonna have you on a Wednesday. If you could do a Wednesday night stream, or even if you could come on and be a guest on the morning show, let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Because if you haven't heard, Monday nights at the channel now, no more rotating panel. We've got a permanent panel. We've got myself, Tony Tone Deaf, Red Gaze, and Vinny Tartamella.
And me.
And you, not you.
Can you have me open that?
Making a Gatorade slush there, bud. There you go. Do not drop that on the. Go drink that in the kitchen. That's blue. I do not want that on the carpet.
No, it's purple.
You're racist. But yeah, I will let me end this right now. Let me thank everybody in the chat. LDG, I'll be over shortly, and if I miss, I'll catch the replay. But LDG,
you are not going over to LG's house.
No, I'm gonna watch their stream. Go watch your cartoons. I'll be out there in a minute. What about Superfan Adam Shawhan? My sketchbook 340. Glinzer, Nano Reaper, Just Another Red Shirt, Darius Munchausen, Tina Bojan was here. Man, the chat's been popping this morning. Like I said, LDG, thank you. What about? I'm just kind of scrolling through, so if I say things twice, I'm sorry. So I'm looking here. I think we got everybody that as far as I can go back to anyway. So thank you, everybody, for showing up this morning, hanging out. A 2.5 hour solo we had featuring guest host Tony Tone Deaf, who came on for a little bit. Thank you all, man. I appreciate each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whoever's out there watching, wherever you may be. You spent your time here with me, and I appreciate that because time is an irreplaceable commodity. And you chose to spend it wisely this morning. We talked about a myriad of topics and things, and I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So we will be back tonight about 10 o'clock with the, we'll say 10 Eastern, with the, wait. Was it 2 hours and 15 minutes? We'll go 9:45. That'll give me time to get home, get settled in, and yeah, get everything set up because I'm gonna move from this locale into my office over there. I don't know. I will be back tonight at 9:45 Eastern with the Shang-Chi live reaction and review, full spoilers. So join me for that if you're interested and you don't care about spoilers. Thank you for joining us, man. I do. Like I said, I'm going to go over LDG of Geeks and Joy and check their stream out. I'm Tepo Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. And if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away. Star-Lord, you toxic white male son of a bitch. Take him home.